Following segment is sponsored by Dr. David Geyer, and the weather is cooling down, and that means better temperatures for that outdoor workout, that's for sure. The weather is cooling down, and I tell you what, we've got Dr. Geyer here today that's going to talk to us about, there's so many things that are out there right now. You got the boot camp, you got this go fit and everything. But we really have to consider what we need to do, especially if we haven't been outside exercising or stretching or whatever, working out in a while. What would you advise be one of the best things to start off with?
Well, I think especially if you're sort of new to any particular exercise, if it's something that involves weights or new movements, work with a personal trainer that knows that program. They can customize that workout to your body if you have an injury that's giving you trouble, and they can also teach the right techniques. I see so many people that get hurt because they do it wrong. The stress goes, the weight goes where it's not supposed to be, and they develop an injury. So learning to do the movements, the exercises correctly, critically important.
And when you were saying that, doing the wrong movements, I see people on those fly machines and they're just letting this thing jack back and jack, and that's a good way to rip out a shoulder, isn't it?
Absolutely. I see shoulder injuries all the time where people, they're just a little off, or like you say, it's a little too far back, or they start with a weight that's too heavy. They don't start slow and get ready for it, and then that leads to an injury.
You know, some people, they may have a little injury or they may be a little sore. Where would you say the point is that they can go ahead and still exercise, or maybe they really need to come and see you?
I think the key would be to figure out, like, if it's just sore, that may be worth waiting 24, 48 hours. But if you can't do what you want to do, it's too painful to put weight on it. You can't lift your arm at all without excruciating pain, and it's not getting better fairly quickly. There's not much harm in getting it checked out. The worst you may find out is, hey, it's not a big deal, but that's a lot better than the alternative of finding out it was a bad injury a lot later on.
A lot of times when somebody is injured to one degree or another, they may want to do self-medicate or putting ice on and whatever. When is the best time really to do that, and when is the best time to really come and see someone like yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I think generally there's not much harm in trying, the anti-inflammatories, the Advils, the Aleve, the ice, ACE bandage, things like that. But again, if something is out of place or crooked, that's obviously worrisome.
Yeah.
Or again, if you just can't lift your arm, you can't put weight on it at all, especially by the next morning. If you can't do that, get it checked out. But then the big question to ask over the next week, 2 weeks, 6 weeks, if it sort of hurts, but I don't know, if you can't do what you want to do as well as you want to do it. So yeah, I can run on flat ground, but I can't run up hills or something like that.
Sure.
Then go get it checked out.
Which takes me to the point before my last question. My right knee has been hurting me for a number of years, and I've just been kind of either putting ice on it or not running, more so walking. And I've interviewed you a couple of times. I finally said, I got to go see Dr. David Geyer. And you guys took a number of x-rays. You came in, and one of the first things you said to me is, we've got a little problem, but I'm not even talking about surgery.
Right.
And this is what we're looking at. And you gave me a little shot of cortisone, which was basically like getting a flu shot in the knee. I'm serious. And then I'm wearing a brace right now, and I can wear this brace, and it's done a remarkable difference from where I was 2.5 weeks ago to where I am today. I don't mind getting out and mowing the grass, but it used to hurt my knee whenever I did. I went out and did it yesterday without the brace, and it was fantastic. One quick thing, as an orthopedic surgeon and a sports specialist, what's the best exercise to do?
I get this question all the time because people assume like, oh, we're going to tell you not to run, or we're going to tell you not to lift weights. I'd tell you, do whatever exercise is going to be the one that you keep doing, because we know that the benefits of exercise, even if it led to arthritis or it led to problems down the road, which that's sort of questionable, but the benefits of exercise to your overall health are far better than any risk that could come from injuries in the sport. So if it's an exercise you like to do that one.
Go see this man. He knows what he's talking about. I love my brace, really, I do. We're back with more Lowcountry Live in just a moment. Stay with us.